We can turn this audio down. Select a stream. We'll go there. This is offline, but the one time I'm online, right there with me. Let's pull this full screen. Oh, take that right there. Place our little buddy right there, so audio is coming straight at us. This is tricky. This is very tricky. Generate lives. Should be live right now. This does not want to work. I would love it if you worked. It says all fine, but I know I'm online. So okay. This may not work perfectly the first time. That's okay. Start. Set up. Take that off. Just let that right. Just the start recording button. I can't even find this on my own on YouTube. You want to put the latest. It doesn't want to show. There's just so many things going on. So many. Yeah. I'm prepared to just do this straight from the phone. All this software is just not, it's not my forte right now. Stamps participants. They want the live chat. No, I can't move those from where they're at. But it literally says I'm offline, so the question is, am I even on with it being public? Like, can people even find me right now? Yes. So that's what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. Nobody's in, which is fine. But we will rock out here for a little minuta. There's so many things I gotta figure out in this. This window, no. So we got it to be vertical. I think that'll keep interrupting that. And if I were to do it straight off of this, I couldn't do what I really wanted to do. To any two watching is literally somebody already bounced. Somebody already bounced.
Sheriff? So, good evening. Of course, I'm Sheriff T.K. Waters. This is Director Ed Cayenne from our Director of Homeland Security and Investigations. Our integrity unit also falls underneath him. That's why he's joining me up here this evening. Today, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is releasing information regarding the circumstances of William Anthony McNeil Jr.'s arrest on February 19th of 2025. Yesterday, while I was in church, JSO became aware that cell phone camera footage purportedly of this arrest was circulating on social media. At my direction, the agency immediately began both a criminal and administrative review of the officer's actions. These administrative reviews are ongoing, but the State Attorney's Office has determined that none of the involved officers.
What's up to anybody in the chat? We are figuring this out. First live stream on YouTube. Honestly, I have no idea how to work all of this using a new system. So we're just gonna let it run for now. We'll watch the body cam. If you got a question, you ask the question. I don't think I can invite people on to do face-to-face questions with them, so you got to drop them in the chat. But I will figure this out.
This violated criminal law.
The body cam.
Even though the administrative review has yet to be completed, we are releasing the body-worn camera footage today because Officer Bowers has consented to its release and waived his officer's bill of rights pertaining to the discrete piece of evidence. Because the administrative review is pending, the officer's bill of rights prevents me from releasing any additional.
If anybody doesn't know what this is the most recent body cam that's going out right now out of Jacksonville, so it's inside of Florida. Dude gets yanked out of the car, they break the window, he gets sucker punched by the cops, and the cops just released body cam footage last night. This event took place on March 5th. This is the chief that is giving his press release, essentially just trying to show some kind of transparency out of the department. So it's interesting that he's going to watch the body cam with the press, and then they're going to ask some questions. Well, I'll give my opinions about how he answers some of them. I don't believe he's being political with it, which is what he should do essentially. But yeah, we'll let it run. But this is the first part of it.
Information beyond these videos, as it is confidential under Florida Statute 112.532. As JSO's leader, I have vowed to be open and transparent with the public that we serve. Whether the information shared reflects well in this agency or not, I have always done my very best to tell the public exactly what's going on within the agency. When there are allegations of officer misconduct, our agency thoroughly investigates those allegations. When allegations of officer misconduct are sustained, we hold officers accountable, as I've done many times in the past. In this case, the cell phone camera footage that began viral circulation over the weekend does not comprehensively capture the circumstances surrounding this incident, and that is to be expected. Part of that stems from the distance and perspective of the recording cell phone camera. Another part of it stems from the fact that the cell phone camera did not capture the events that preceded Officer Bowers' decision to arrest McNeil. Moreover, cameras can only capture what can be seen and heard. So much context and depth are absent from recorded footage because the camera simply cannot capture what is known to the people depicted in it. As a 33-year law enforcement officer, I understand the importance of thorough and complete investigations. One piece of evidence considered in a vacuum without any context can lead to skewed conclusions. When incomplete cell phone camera footage becomes the basis on which public opinion turns, the results can be equally faulty. A rush to judgment, whether it be in a criminal investigation or in a court of public opinion, can lead to flawed conclusions.
I'll try not to do too much talking in between this, but he's saying that one bit of cell phone footage can't be miscued, but like even when you see the body cam, if you haven't seen this and you're just on it, there's like it shows a lot of the interaction. Like there's not a lot of difference between the perspective of inside of the car versus the officer's body cam. If anything, the officer's body cam do not show what the public is essentially having a grievance about. Like the body cam does not show that. So there's not a lot of missing context. But like I said, he's being political. I don't think this officer will stay with the department. But again, we'll let it roll.
Tonight, I'm sharing the footage from the body-worn cameras of the arresting officer, Officer D. Bowers, and two of the assisting officers, Officer D. Miller and Officer G. Curse, so that the public has more complete understanding of this incident. Before I deliver the currently available information and play the relevant body-worn camera, I want to be clear about something. Yes, there absolutely was force used by the arresting officers, and yes, that force is ugly. But as I've said many times before, the reality is that all force, all violence is ugly. And just because force is ugly does not mean it's unlawful or contrary to policy. But moreover, I want to provide the public with some background information pertinent to this incident. Since January 1st, 2025, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has been involved in 38,805 traffic stops. Even as I speak, that number is climbing. The overwhelming majority of these tens of thousands of traffic stops were made without incident. And Officer Curse, one of the assisting officers.
Actual video. If you want to watch the full thing, you could watch it straight from the Jacksonville YouTube channel. Initial officer pulling up on scene. Please let me know if audio is good. There's a lot I'm learning in this, so I see there's like probably one other person besides my phone on. If audio is good, just send a thumbs up in the chat.
Yeah, Florida 24 Bravo Echo Charlie Whiskey on a silver Kia. I know like this.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement?
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
77, 35. I'm proper driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle. 25 for 9-4. The driver just slammed the door and locked it.
This chat is dead. Thank you to the 3-4 people that were actually in here. The beginning part was just very boring. I just don't know, like, there's so many things I have questions about on this live. I guess I could test it right now, since there's no one on. I could test it right now, since there's no one on. Yeah, that's decent.
Yep.
Unit 1033.57 units 1050 at West Palm and Commonwealth.
25 seconds. If anybody responded, come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please.
I'm coming West Palm, Commonwealth. I'll be there in a second.
Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on, too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now, you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir.
Oh, so we got to pause video in order to talk. Thank you for that, because I was not sure of how that actually worked. Heard that. Trying out new software. This live is going to be very unprofessional, unpolished, but We're going to make it work the best way we can, and we're just going to keep rolling from here. This is out of Jacksonville. Most viral body cam that's going out right now happened back in March 5th. Um, Even just if you've already missed a couple parts of it, pulled over, inclement weather, didn't have the headlights on, and didn't have a seat belt. Asked for a driver's license and registration, and the dude said, "No, I'll call you supervisor." I mean, the charge they eventually got him on was resisting arrest, and that is enough. That is enough to resist in a traffic stop because you're lawfully being pulled over at that point. So the one charge you got is absolutely right, but that's not what the public is mad about. So we're going to keep watching, although the body cam does not show the portion that the public is actually mad about.
Okay.
If you guys have any firearms questions, CCW laws, laws about your state, laws about carrying in a car, drop them in the chat. We'll pause the video. We'll answer those questions. That's more what this live is about. I'm just using this body cam for entertainment purposes, especially while there's not a lot of people out here.
Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window. No, he's under arrest. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Vehicle's blocked in. He's locked it up. He's putting the window down. The fast try to talk to 2574.
Yeah, at this point, they can 100% get him on resisting. Like, they've asked you to open the door. You didn't open the door. He did ask for driver's and registration. You didn't give that to him. Everything in this does constitute resisting arrest without violence. Again, the fact that he got punched in the face, which, spoiler alert, he gets punched in the face, that is that's the part that's really unsettling about this, because it's like, if we punch an officer in the face, we're going to get a battery on a Leo. But if they punch us in the face, there's no criminal charge. They were just doing their duties. But reasonably, it's like, can you detain him, get him in cuffs without bringing him to the ground, especially in the way that they did? And we haven't reached that part yet, but let's let it keep playing, because y'all tell me, you're all three of you here. Tell me if you think that they could have got him in handcuffs detained without going to the ground the way they did. I believe it's excessive.
Hey, I'm about to break the window. I'm about to break the window.
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands. Here.
1033 at 1621 hours.
What is your reason, sir? Step out. What is your reason? Step out now. No, don't touch it. Get on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back! Hands behind your back!
You know, like at this point, like, the punch is extremely wild. Even forcing his head into the ground in this way. Like, there's glass on the ground. You've already punched him. And honestly, in one of the other angles, one of the officers, like the officer that pulls him out, he comes out of the car fairly easily. Like it doesn't take a lot of force to get him out of that car. So the punch in this situation is just absolutely wild. Absolutely no need, excessive use of force, but there's no criminal charges brought from the DA. It's a very unfair balance between law enforcement and civilian. And I got a lot of friends law enforcement. I got nothing against them, but to be a part of the organization is definitely hard to do.
What's wrong with you? What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was on. Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking. Fucking shit, bro. I'm doing, bro. What's going on, man? You're under arrest. That's what's going on. No, bro. Yes, bro. Yes. No reason, bro.
This is also one of the parts. He's saying there's not a lawful reason. There is. You do fit the criteria of resisting arrest. You can call for a supervisor, and while the policy may say that they are required to get you a supervisor out there, it's kind of one of those things like if requesting a supervisor to come here takes longer than it is to finish this traffic stop, and this is just a traffic stop for a simple minor infraction, it's not worth calling the supervisor out here. So everybody using call your supervisor as like a scapegoat, it's only like one or two supervisors on shift. Like if it's a night shift, there's only one supervisor on shift, especially if it's a small department. So they're not gonna come there for something that can easily be handled. It's not like a restaurant where it's like call your supervisor and there's just one that can immediately come. Like they're on a call somewhere else in the county or the city to come to you for a minor thing as lights and not wearing a seatbelt. In reality, this is just a ticket or it's a warning. To slam the door, then not open it and not listen to the rest of the commands, it does fall on you at the end of it, not justifying the punch by no means, but you did cause them to escalate this situation by just not listening to those commands. So I never recommend that. Like, listen to everything they say because they will snatch you out of that car. You will be beat up. You will be bloody. They will get off on it unless it's just completely egregious. And it is not worth catching a charge in this case. Like, honestly, like he was probably going to get a warning. Like inclement weather, we can see it is daylight. You could see at least 50 to 100 yards in front of you. I'm willing to bet. Like we could see everything pretty clearly. If the video was clear, we'd probably read the words on that sign there. So that's BS. And again, there are other cars that don't have their headlights on. Granted, the officer probably would have tried to get to something more, get to the car. Maybe he smells weed, something else, and try to get probable cause to search. But for the most part, this is just a fix-it ticket or a warning that got escalated because you want to call the supervisor and not reopen the door. You should have just kept the door open, and this would have been a lot simpler. We wouldn't be hearing about it. But it's also on the department for not. They blame him for releasing the video footage now when this happened on March 5th. But it's like you guys didn't release your body cam footage until today or last night within the last 24 hours, and it's July. So both of you are at fault for not releasing body cam sooner, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off now, man. Bro. And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
You just got to see what's in already.
So your partner didn't even ask.
Marijuana in his right pocket.
Yes, it is. So why close the door if you see him pull up? Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do nothing.
It's called resisting, idiot.
I didn't do nothing wrong, bro.
I don't know.
Can you back me up to the car so I can lean up? You done bust my bro.
25. So you start rescue. Dead 67. Approximately 30-year-old Bravo Mike. Laceration of the lip.
Now, I wonder, did they break their hand? I feel like it might just be cut up, but I wonder, did they actually break their hand? We're going to go to a different body cam because honestly, this one is fairly boring, not going to lie. Although, police activity, and this thing has already gotten a ridiculous amount of views. We'll be there soon enough. We're just not quite there yet. Lucklaster has also done a video on it. I am curious. We'll watch those. Let's watch Lucklaster's video. Let's see what his commentary about this is.
Your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's no rain. Can you pull that law
Yeah,
up?
when you step out of the car, I will.
Show me your hands.
Here.
Hands behind your back!
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. In February of 2019, Will McNeil was driving in Florida when he was pulled over by Jacksonville Sheriff's deputies. The following video was released less than 24 hours prior to this publication. and is the only public video of the encounter. It begins with Will explaining to an officer that his window doesn't roll down on the driver's side, as he questions the nature of the stop.
For one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like,
Okay.
there's multiple people headlights off, first of
that's
all.
still a
And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
The law being referred to is Florida Statute 316.217. It states that headlights are required from dusk till dawn, or when visibility is less than 1,000 feet, and during any rain, smoke, or fog. The keyword is during. And in the video, it appears as though there was no rain at the time of the incident. According to historical weather records in Jacksonville on the 19th of February, conditions included light rain, and drizzle accumulating only 3/8 of an inch in precipitation. This means that most of the day was cloudy, but without rain, and based on Jacksonville International Airport's historical aviation data, visibility never fell below 2 miles. Plus, the statute has been interpreted to mean that when the rain stops and your windshield wipers are off, you can turn your headlights off as well. Then, when the next rain hits, headlights must be turned back on. Based on the video, the steamed glass marries with the high humidity recorded that day, but we see no droplets on or forming on the windows. It's currently assumed that there was no rain at the time Will was stopped, but even if there was a torrential downpour, what the deputies do next is abhorrent and inexcusable.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
Here.
I did not see this part of it. I did not know so he probably did break his hand by trying to punch that window out like he did. That's why he was looking at it in the end. And then punching him straight through the window too is crazy.
Station 33 at 15:21 hours.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right.
Get on the ground.
No.
Get on the ground.
Stop fighting!
Put your hands on your back.
That second and third punch is absolutely deplorable. No need for it. Like, bringing him to the ground is like, you don't need to bring a guy to the ground every time you detain him. It's easiest to detain him on the ground, like they lose the most amount of fight, don't get me wrong, but you don't need to punch him to bring him to the ground. Like, the officer in the back goes for the rear takedown, drops him like he's on the ground. You punching him did absolutely nothing besides potentially knock him out. Death or great bodily harm? I can assume great bodily harm, but no need for it at all.
Put your hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! What's wrong with you?
I was putting my hands behind my back. I was
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
fucking stupid shit, bro. I was doing it, bro. What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No, bro.
Yes, bro.
You
Yes.
have a lawful reason, bro.
Big knife center in here too.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You gonna throw me going like that, bro?
Yeah, man. Take it off of you, bro.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's not how it works.
Too late. It ain't gonna too late.
When they asked you to step out of the vehicle, you should have done that shit.
Sir, your partner didn't.
Them looking in that car and seeing the camera, they knew it was like, this is going to be something eventually. This is something eventually. Like, just that look at the cameras, like, watch what you say. Like, I've been there many times where dude's got body cam rolling and it's like, watch what you say, even though you might want to say something flip and just, they jab at you verbally, you want to jab back at them, and it's like, body cam is on, be mindful. And the fact that it's his phone, you can't go in and delete that footage. If he's on live, you know people are screen recording it. Like, you gotta completely act professional from that point forward, because if you do anything like, that's destroying evidence. They obviously did have a reason to search his car. No one said they smell weed or anything like that. The officer was talking to him through the other window, which is actually this officer that's right here on screen, was speaking to him through the other window. He didn't smell marijuana. There was no marijuana smell in the police report. He did have it on him, but it might be mid. It just ain't nothing good enough to smell from afar. But they definitely knew that, like, this might be one of those moments.
Marijuana in his right pocket.
Yes, it is.
So why close the door if you see him pull up?
Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do nothing.
It's called resisting, idiot.
I didn't do nothing wrong, sir. Can you back me up to the car so I can clean up? Shut up.
During his arrest, deputies allege they found marijuana in his.
Yep, so this, I mean, you've all seen this one. Let's go to Florida Sheriff's. Let's go to Orange County Sheriff's. That's not supposed to be there. It's got a Sheriff's. Don't mind my terrible spelling. Let's go to Orange County Sheriff's. We'll watch some of theirs. The thing I like about Orange County is they'll post like their actual, I'll call them direct action type deals. Ooh, I don't know what this is about, so we're all gonna get a live reaction from this one. No idea what this has entailed, but let's find out now. Yes, this contains graphic material. Understood. Where are we at? Hold on. I'm from Orlando, so I'm trying to look to see Rio Grande Lakefront. Familiar with Rio Grande? That's the area that has all the 30s in it. I don't know where this apartment complex is. Lakefront Drive. Let's just keep going. I might recognize it later.
Do you need police, fire, medical?
Police, please.
What's going on?
My boyfriend has been holding me hostage in the apartment with a knife, and he took my phone and my car keys, and I was just not able to get away from him.
Okay, so are you no longer in the apartment?
No, I'm like going through the complex right now because he just went into the shower.
So he threatened you with the knife, or he just kind of had it?
No, he was threatening. He was holding it to my throat.
And how long ago did he start doing this?
It started last night when I got home from work.
Mm-hmm.
He started arguing with me, and then he's been smoking crack cocaine for the last 3 days.
Whoa. Sorry, crack cocaine in 2025 is crazy. We don't got too many original crackheads anymore. Crack cocaine is kind of wild. He's 57, so it makes sense.
Which one?
Right to the right.
All right.
Yeah, he's stopping for you.
Come on out, man. What'd he say?
When y'all gonna get this shit?
What?
When y'all gonna get this shit?
Todd, just come out with your hands up. Todd, just come out with your hands up, dude.
Let's just talk weapon specs. 17 G17 with an Acron on top and a TLR7, I believe. He has the suppressor sights, so that's, he at least has done some modifications. So that right there just tells me he's a little more in tune. But granted, all this is like, it's usually given to them, issued to them, but slight upgrades can make a difference. Like having those suppressor sights, I just ran a course the other day where my dot was off and the suppressor sights helped me just enough.
The dog doesn't have to come in if you come out with your hands up. Give me space. Give me space. Todd, we're not going anywhere, man. Come out with your hands up and do it now. Show your hands. Drop the knife. Drop the knife.
He had a knife with a blue handle, fillet knife.
Overall, this is a good setup they have. Like, you got one here. It's interesting because he has the shoulder cam, which is something new that the department has gone to, versus like the center of chest. It just gives a different POV that should be a little bit better, but I would argue that you should put it on your left side, especially if you're right-handed and you shoulder on the right side. Put the camera on your left side so you can get the full view of what's going on. He might have worked through his kit already and just, that's the way he likes to run it. But I don't like anything on my shouldering side because it's just going to get in the way.
He went back inside. He did have a fillet knife with a blue handle in his right hand.
I might. Let's see if anyone's gonna do it.
Just hey, if you're in there, it's bad.
Hands! Let me see it!
Look at what we got here. Just weapon setup again. We're running an Acron on top. Heat shield guard. We see the knife in hand. All right, weapon system looks good, but this also...
Hands! Let me see your hands!
Everybody back up now! Back up now!
Good. All right, stop. Move on me. Move on me.
With you.
Pushing past.
Pushing past.
Interesting. What's up to everybody? Let's answer this question real quick. Could I appendix carry if I'm a non-resident without a license? Yes, you can. So for Florida, permitless carry is for everybody. Anybody that comes into the state, you are allowed to conceal carry appendixly. Appendix, you can carry you can carry an outside the waistband type of deal and then just put your shirt over it and it's considered concealed from that point. So yes, you do not need a license to appendix carry inside of Florida. We don't require you have a license from your home state in order to carry here. That is a part of our constitutional carry bill that passed in 2023. Yeah, and if anybody else has questions in here, go ahead, drop your questions in the chat. We're watching body cam, but I'm also looking at the chat to see your questions. Anything revolving concealed carry, carrying in a car, what type of holster to use, weapon setups, like go ahead and ask it. We'll pause the video, we'll answer those. And if not, we're just gonna watch the videos, watch some Orange County sheriffs get in action.
Hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see.
Yep, clear as day, knife is there. Get a nice SBR though. Heat shield, suppressor on front. He's probably, oh, you can't hear me.
Just hey, if you're in there, it's bad. Remember, you're shooting towards that.
Hands! Hands!
Watch out.
Everybody back up now!
All right, so they had 2 officers engaged. Just looking at it again, I don't operate in SWAT all the time, so this is just my perspective. It's a very tight door. There is not a lot of space. Let's only have one guy as primary in that door. The next guy is going to be a backup. Like, it's a lot to be shooting over the shoulder. That guy moves suddenly inside of your direction. Obviously, he's probably seasoned, so he knows to not move if you got a guy on your right side, but it gets very convoluted too quick when you got a bunch of guys just standing at a very narrow doorway. And like either take this door off the hinges, bust this window to get a better angle inside, like do what you got to do, but being that tight on the guy's shoulder, like that guy does rush out the door, you're all falling back on each other now.
Back up now! Back up.
That's the knife. Looks like that's probably about the end of this one. This looks interesting. Police activity.
There's an application
Frank Rockwell Grant is in the house. He's not supposed to be in there.
Okay.
He put his hands on my niece like a week ago.
Question. but while driving, I have to put it in my suitcase while traveling, right? No. If you're 21 plus, I'm assuming you're 21 plus, and if you're not 21, when inside of the car, it if you're not 21, it has to be off of your person. So center console, glove compartment, in a zippered book bag, inside of a holster first. Let me say inside of a holster because that is the golden rule of safety, in my opinion. If a gun's inside of a holster, it can't go off. It is the safest place it can be. Officers always have their gun in a holster. From there, it just needs to be off of your body. You cannot carry it on your body if you're under 21. If you are 21 plus, it could be on your person. You could continuously appendix carry inside of the car if you really wanted to. It's extremely uncomfortable. You got the seatbelt strapped around it, then you got your shirt. If you did have to go and grab that thing, like you got a lot to fight through. And if you've never trained to get your gun inside of a car, you're not suddenly just going to learn to do it in that moment. So my new thing is 21 plus. It just needs to be concealed. Permitless carry means anybody can carry. It doesn't mean it needs to be securely encased to permitless carry. Um, and that's new statute. Since that is the newest law, it kind of supersedes the 790.25. So inside of the car, it could be on your person, off your person, as long as it's just hidden from the ordinary sight. So like I say, take a bandana. I do seatbelt buckle right in front, throw a bandana over it, and it's concealed from that point. It's no different than having it on the person. Like the accessibility is the exact same to reach here, move the bandana, and move my shirt. Like it's the exact same thing. So all that to say, it can be on your person if you're 21 plus inside of the car. If you're not, keep it off of your person. I recommend the center console. It's pretty quick to get a gun out of there, and it fully counts as securely in case. There is no charge they can bring against you if they find a gun in the center console. It's completely legal. If they do bring a charge against you, it will get tossed out in court. I've seen it many times. Um, so yeah, good question. For anybody else in here, like I said, if you got CCW questions, even if it's not Florida, ask it. I can look up the laws real quick and boom. First time. Panama. Yeah, I mean, enjoy the beach, but you are perfectly fine to carry. And if you're going to the beach, maybe you can articulate that you're going fishing type of deal. But I mean, that's for open carry. Open carry is really not as cool as people think. Like they just want to do it because the Second Amendment and all, but yeah, the gun can be on your person. It's really chill to carry a gun in the state if you're 21 plus. Like I said, if you're under 21, it cannot be on your person. So, like I said, if you're under 21 and you're going to the beach, you can't, you really can't carry in a book bag because at that point you're in possession of a concealed weapon. It is about your person. It's in that book bag. So that would not count unless you're fishing on the beach. So if you got a fishing pole and you're going fishing out there in Panama, yeah, then you could kind of get by with it in that instance. But if you're just going to like a regular beach, technically you cannot have it. You cannot carry it onto the beach. It'd have to stay in your car in that center console, glove compartment, or book bag inside of the car. Little caveat to that rule.
Okay.
But she left.
He did?
Yeah.
Get on the backside. He likes to take off running. There you go.
I'm not too far if you want to keep doing service.
The garage thing? I don't know. Alright. You want to watch the back? I don't know. 22 radio.
We got another question here. I really do appreciate the questions. That's really what this live is for. So don't be afraid of the questions. There are no stupid questions in my book. Me and the wife, first time going to the range. We are now members of OGC. I used to work at OGC. That is where I got my start. Paid for the Echelon old range gun. They put it for sale. Pretty, yeah. I know they put all their rental guns up for sale. We do not have a CCW for now, just something to practice with. Yeah, I mean, perfectly. Do we only have it in the car or truck when we're going to the range? So, I mean, you're married, so I'm just assuming you're probably 21. You could be married young, but if you are 21, you can carry that gun on you. Buy a holster. They probably have a holster for the Echelon. I can't remember what that gun specifically looks like. Um, but you're allowed to carry it. Even if you don't have a holster, you could carry it in a pocket. I don't recommend. You could carry it in a book bag. I don't recommend carrying it anywhere without a holster. But you're allowed to have that firearm on your person. We are permitless carry for anybody that is 21 plus. you are allowed to conceal carry a weapon on your person without a CCW license. The only benefit that license would have to you is like you won't have to wait to 3 days. So I mean, you probably already have it by now. But that 3 day waiting period, they ran your background. The moment that background check cleared, you would have been allowed to take it home if you'd have had the CCW. But that's really all that it applies to. The CCW kind of applies in limited situations now, like traveling out of state, sometimes having it in a school zone, although you can still be charged even though you have a CCW. But long story short, again, you can have that on your person. You don't need to only keep it in the truck when you go to the range. Okay, yeah. So yeah, if you're 21, bud, you are good to go. You can bring it you can bring it on the beach with you. You're perfectly fine to do so. If you want to leave it in the car, absolutely. Make sure it's hidden from like it's hidden. And I say that not for law purposes, but for people that break into cars. Like I'm not familiar with the landscape of Panama Beach and what their crime rate is with young boys out there, but people breaking like if they see a gun in the car, they will break in that car and grab that gun all day long. Like that's where the majority of stolen guns come from is people leaving them in open view in the car. Young boy sees it, breaks the window, boom, gets out of there before you even know it, they're gone. So yeah, perfectly fine leaving it in the car. I say throw it in that center console. That's center console is one of my go-to places, even though I do, seatbelt buckle is probably my first, but center console is my next, especially in the car that I'm driving now, because my seatbelt buckle, like it's just there's too much space between the center and the seat, so it doesn't tuck in there nicely. So I really ride with it in the center console majority of the time, or put it somewhere else and just throw the bandana or a rag over it, something just to hide it from the sight, and that really only matters when the police are around. But happy belated birthday. What are some of the first trainings we should get? I recommend a private lesson. Like, go take a private lesson. You can do it with OGC, you can do it with me. My number is 407-501-8369. If I can message you personally, I will, but that's my number. But those guys at the range, especially if it's OGC on Vineland, like I trained one of the guys that is like running that whole thing now, so he can all the guys there can teach you, pretty good. Take a basic lesson with them. It it helps because when you go to the range and try to learn on your own, every time you pull that trigger, you're wasting money if you're not actually getting better and know what you're doing. So 1 hour lesson can make a huge, huge difference. Like, and I think theirs is cheaper than mine. It's $60 for an hour lesson with them. Like I said, $60 and it's 50 rounds, I believe, with them. Unless their policy has changed since I last worked there back in 2020, it's $60 and 50 rounds. I used to get people real good with 50 rounds. Like we just go 5 by 5 and working on all the different skills, and you can learn everything you need to know in those 50 rounds. So a private lesson for sure. When it comes to the CCW laws, you can take a CCW class with them, with me, or watch my content. A lot of the content that I put out is exactly what you're going to learn verbatim in the CCW class. Um, so if you want the CCW permit, take their class. If you want a private lesson, take the private lesson. If you want a combo deal, they don't offer a combo. I'm pretty sure they don't do like a CCW individual and then a combo course. I do offer that one. It's 165 with me. So it's around their price. You're just paying for the full you're paying the full price of the private lesson and then slightly above what they charge for the CCW. But I tell people, I'm like, that's all in one class. Like, you'll learn the laws, you'll learn the weapons handling in about a 2 hour block, and then you're good to go. And it can be done with couples, like two people, even at an indoor range, like two people I can work with, very well. We just take turns. And in some cases, I can have you go at the same time, depending on how we're running the class and how I see you're performing, how you're taking in information, and how your spouse is taking in information. I kind of tailor it for you guys in that moment. But yeah, private lesson would be my number one class to take even before the CCW laws, because you can watch that content from me for free and learn all of that. So private weapons handling, $60 with OGC, especially if you're doing OGC on Vineland. OGC West is also really good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a Vineland guy. You can catch me there sometimes. I might be there on Wednesday actually.
It's 22. We're on location. He's believed to be inside the premise. We did hear a noise when we first got on location.
So I don't teach there. I teach at Shoot Straight in Apopka. I just don't have I used to teach at OGC privately, but I just don't anymore. I haven't for a few years, so I teach at the Shoot Straight in Apopka, so we can do it there. Again, just message me 407-501-8369, 501-8369, 407 area code. And yeah, we can get it knocked out at Shoot Straight. Same deal. You know, guys are super nice up there, but that Shoot Straight is my home range that I'll practice for indoors. Um, I will be streaming often now. Like I'm testing this software. I'm hoping it goes, it's not too bad. I'm very new to streaming in general, like, especially on YouTube. I haven't done it here yet. I tried it on TikTok last year and TikTok just kicked me off because I want to do body cam because this is in my realm of niche. So I might be doing a live like at least every day. We're building up, like right now it might be once every other day. This is going kind of well, so I might do every day. Um, but yeah, you'll see me on here a lot. So you can get in contact with me very easily through the live or through my number. If you text me on that number, I will respond. Like it is me who answers the phone, it's me who's responding. So that is the quickest way to get in contact with me personally and privately. But yeah, you'll see a lot more of me on the streams. And if anybody can tell me, did you find this on my page or like is this in the vertical YouTube stream? Because I do want this to be in the vertical stream. But like I said, I'm learning this whole process right now. Yeah, APK all day. I'm not from there. I used to live in Lockhart, which is very close to APK. But yeah, it's a cool city. You got to watch out for the young boys up there though. They are country and wild.
Don't know if he ran out the back yet or not. I just put Patrol 3 watching the rear of the residence. I'm going to watch the front, wait till we have more before we do anything else.
I'm trying to get there. 3 at the rear of the residence.
And this is the subject I was thinking about. He likes to run and hide. And when you get a chance, can you confirm the possible F2?
Yeah, well, we both hard copies.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad to know the algorithm is still treating me well. Like I said, we're just trying to do as much as we can to boost. Like YouTube in the last month has just blown up for me. So you all are truly a part of like the first people that I'm really interacting with that are really helping the channel grow, especially on the live feed. Like y'all are the first. So I really appreciate Orlando Body Sculpting. If that is your business, let me know. Like if there's a website, go ahead and drop your website in there. Everybody go and check them out. I'll check you out too. But I appreciate you for letting me know where I popped up. That it truly does help me in just understanding the algorithm. For anybody new joining the chat, let me know what your firearms questions are. Eventually, we'll get to the point that we can bring you guys up on live and you can ask me your question directly. I don't know how to do that on this streaming software, so just work and grow with me is all I can say.
Go search the, go check the rear with Aiden. Like the backyard. Yeah, there's like a shed, there's a shed in the garage. Yeah, I think that's the complainant. Oh no, this will be the victim. Yeah, go back there with Aiden to make sure you didn't fucking run out.
She's saying that he's in there with 2 knives with 2 other dollars. Just I'll have you wait out here, okay? Just wait outside. Wait out here. I know.
Okay, is he threatening to do anything with these men?
He was just washing dishes.
Okay.
They might be trying to use the toilet.
All right, stay on the back. I'm gonna open the door and call him out. Let's. Here. Watch out, man. Here, just back up. I'm not. I just want. Rickwell? It's Amherst Police.
I'm
Shots fired. We have one suspect down.
That escalated extremely quickly. I'm assuming we're going to get a second cam angle because that's really what I wanted to see. Looks like they're running a Holosun on the top of there. It's probably still a TLR7 light and another 17. That happens. That happens.
Stay down, Batman.
We need to get rid. We're going to. Don't go towards those knives. Get that med kit, John. Stay on coverage. You got the med kit?
He's coming.
All right.
Keep your hands up.
Next officer, we need a med kit in the back. Are you okay, Aiden?
He might have got my arm, but I'm good for now. What do you need?
Get gloves on. You're gonna need a chest seal on there. He's got a bullet hole on the side there.
Talk to the chest seal. Give me gauze to wipe up the blood.
Yes, I'm looking to go up the line. I'll hand you guys stuff, but I'm not seeing.
All right, I got gloves.
Where are the chest seals? You got it? You see it?
Somebody give me your gauze.
All right.
Okay, so you're asking about the Georgia laws. Yes, let me bring up my fact sheet real quick. So you say you're asking about as far as so you okay, so let's get real specific in it. You're asking specifically about the use of deadly force in Georgia and knowing my placement. What do you mean by placement? Is it meaning like where the shots are placed on target? Which I think that's what you'd mean by like knowing placement, like assuming you mean like what if it hits him in the side, what if it hits him in the back or anything of that nature, right? And so when it comes to Georgia, and then also specify if you mean in the home or like are you out in public? Because overall is castle doctrine to stand your ground and there's no duty to retreat, so it's very similar to Florida. Um, and so if they're attacking you, if they have a weapon, a lot of times it does not matter where the placement of the shot lands. It's like I make a slightly dark humor joke where it's like if you want to face me and take them all to the front, by all means, that's very unlikely to happen once you feel that first one. Like the velocity is going to turn your body one way, or you'll just naturally turn your body that way, trying to avoid it, and then that's where we start to end up on angled type of entries. But for the most part, Georgia does not really care about the placement of a entry of a GSW. Um, that's more of a California thing. Like California, they do greatly care. California, maybe even New York. I know California for sure. If someone breaks into your home, they want it to be on the very front of their body. If it's not on the front of the body, they it can be considered not justified. But in Georgia, you guys really don't play by those rules. Like you're in the South, it is if your life's in danger, somebody's broken into your house, they've made forceful entry, they are threatening life with death or great bodily harm, you are authorized to put GSWs inside of them. Um, and yeah, where it actually lands usually does not matter. As long as really the part that starts to matter is like once they touch the ground. My rule is once they touch the ground and there's no more forward movement, that's when it's over. There's no more follow up from that point. At that point, you need to reevaluate. Placement. So I think I think I'm a little confused. Like in the last one, you just said, like, your hand placement and you know how to exchange fire. But I want to know if there's anything else I missed and feel like, no, I don't really think there's anything else like you're missing in there. Especially if we're talking about like hand placement on the actual weapon itself. Because if we're talking about placement on the actual weapon itself, I'm trying to turn there because that's where my camera is. Like I'm always going like right-handed naturally. Left thumb is far forward. If you feel like the takedown on a weapon, that takedown pin is where the tip of my thumb typically always is, especially on a SIG. Like the takedown is my gas pedal. So my thumb is high and forward there. My left thumb is right, or right thumb is right on top of that. And we're going to town there first. Um, I know there's a lot of people that will say like, have the hands up or something like this to try to, really give the appearance of you're non-combative. In terms of this, if this is the hand placement we're talking about, this does not matter. Like if it's a stand your ground state, you have all right to literally you can put your hands in your pocket and you have no duty to turn your back to that person. You can face them all day long. So like to have the hands up like this and try to like really wave them away in that motion, you don't really have to do that. Wrong video.
No, God, just wipe the blood off. This might not be enough.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a seal sweep.
Yep.
Get it on that. All right.
Careful, I'm not seeing where the other knife is. I think it's.
Yep. All right, you good? Well, let me check it out. Hold on.
I don't want YouTube to give me a strike, so we're gonna go back to Orange County Sheriff's. There's is less graphic. Videos. June 23rd, 4 weeks ago. This is a really good one. This I tried to do a review on and it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So we'll do this on live. And I'll just clip it. We can skip this part of it. Let's get right into it.
How you doing?
Okay.
So real quick, in this video, I've seen this one before. You've all probably seen it. It was viral about 4 weeks ago. I'm gonna go into like my mentality into being in a CQB situation. Like if you have to enter a dwelling and you have to fire, and this goes for even if you're in your house and you need to protect it, this is how you should think about angles, corners, and everything else involved.
So my son, he's been diagnosed as a schizophrenic.
Okay. Where's your son at right now?
He's at the house.
Okay.
And he also has a warrant out for him because he didn't show up for court because he didn't take his medicine, which was a conditional release, which was a condition of his release.
Okay.
The manic episodes are starting again.
It's alright. Giving us permission to come in, correct?
Yeah.
Is there any weapons in his hand?
Where's that? I have a knife or something like that.
He has a knife.
His knife? So I think he took it from him, yeah, this morning.
That's cut proof, technically. Okay.
So first, only one person watch with me. Who cares? Standing in the bathroom doorway is a terrible idea. That is a terrible, terrible idea. Like, it's an open doorway. Naturally, you want to go there to just try to be out the way. Smarter would be to go down the hallway where you have more of a runway in case he does try to run straight at you. Like, you have more time. That bathroom is a death trap. Like, that is a complete death trap. I would not stand there. And I'm pretty sure after this, like, they all made a mental check, like, hey, probably don't stand in the bathroom. Like, you have nowhere to go. You have 3 feet of space in that small bathroom before you're inside the toilet or in the tub. Not Bathroom is a terrible place to be.
When he opens that door, don't have him close it. When he opens that door, don't have him close it. Knock again.
TJ, it's the sheriff's office. Come on out and talk to us, buddy.
Got no trouble.
TJ, we just want to talk to you.
You smart spots with him. Yep.
TJ.
Switching spots did absolutely nothing. Like, maybe he feels like he's a better shot. He's maybe more equipped, a little bit more seasoned. But you going into the bathroom doesn't help you anymore either. Like, you have the same 3 feet of space behind you that the other guy had. So that is, again, this is just not a smart place to be.
You come out and talk to us?
Again, few interruptions, but this is also just things you need to be mindful. Like, this is CQB at its finest. You're in a literal close quarters position. You know the person has a knife, and you got officer to the left, officer to the right, officer midway, and you're all bunched up. If he charges out of that door right now, you're all screwed. Like, you're all going to be in a scramble to try to get space, draw your weapons. You should probably already have a weapon out if you know that they have a weapon. That's deadly force. You're well within inside of 21 feet. Guns don't win in 21 feet. Knives do all day long. So I would mentally, I hope they made a checklist of like, hey, prep for this sooner because you know they have a weapon. You know it's known. He's mentally unstable. You should probably just already have your weapon out in case they do want to take it there. And if they don't, you can holster it super quick. It's faster to reholster than it is to get your gun out of holster.
TJ! That's how look. Drop that fucking.
And that's what I mean. Like, the guy, you step back. If you already have your gun, you can see that knife in his hand. Boom, you can take that shot automatically. Like, you have the best field of view. You don't have to worry about a crossfire. The dude in the adjacent doorway, the parallel doorway, he has to worry about shooting into his guy. The other guy has to worry about shooting into him. That center hallway is the best angle of fire all day long because we see that this happens. Like, you have nowhere to go.
Shit. County, shots fired, shots fired. Boulders, you okay? Boulders, you okay? Fuck. County, shots fired. TJ! That's up. Drop that fucking head.
Yeah, like, we see what I mean. Like I said, I've already seen it, but like, these are situations that they have to think through quickly because you don't have a lot of time once the action starts. That bathroom is a terrible place because now you're in the tub, he's on top of you. Imagine if those shots didn't land and he still gets to wham on top of you. It's a terrible, terrible day for you. The bathroom is just not the best place to go. And if you're going to be in the bathroom, it's like your weapon needs to be drawn, your primary. Like, you are going to take the first shots because you have nowhere to retreat to. As we saw the dude in the center, he can go straight back into that other room. He had the most space. He could create all the space in the world to get the gun, get the solid shots on target, even try to draw the guy out to him. But close doorway here, side doorways there. If I'm going to attack somebody, I'm going to pick one of you two. I'm gonna probably pick the guy that I know can't really go anywhere, which is exactly what he did. Like, he might be mentally, schizophrenic, but like, obviously he can still operate. Very unfortunate that.
It's up. Drop
Like, look at how screwed his partner is. It's like you can't take that shot successfully without thinking in your head that you might hit your teammate. You can't confidently take that shot. Like, even with hollows at, we'll give that 4 feet. You can't comfortably take that with the 9 mil. Those rounds are moving fast. It could go through him. It could. I've seen it happen on duty. You don't have a lot of time here, and then you go straight back. You have 2-3 feet before you're in the tub. Not a good time. Yeah, this is real bad for him. Let's go back to their YouTube channel. Which one is this one? Go back to their channel, see what they got going on, what other incidents. I've seen this one too, but I do know what this one is about. I used to pass this place going home every single day, so I'm very familiar with this area. Definitely not the area you want to be caught in. Like, it's just one of those areas that has foot traffic constantly coming in and out. There's sketchy looking apartments right across me. You can see them behind. Like, it's not the area you want to really be caught in. This is where jujitsu skills come into play. Like, I believe he already dropped one gun. You need to like you need to go for just a straight takedown on him. Like, get control of his waist, drop him to the floor, because doing all this spinning back and forward is just wasting your energy. It's giving him an opportunity to think about how he's going to keep getting over on you. It's just overall, it's not jujitsu skills come into play right here. Yeah, like here, the Kimura takedown is what he should have gone to. Like, wrap your hand in there, grab that arm, get that other pressure on that opposite arm, pin behind the back, get more leverage on top so he cannot get up just like this. And the situation could have been over, but this officer is probably gassed. But like for us in Florida, if you're not in Orange County, if you don't know, the sheriff's has like the most unathletic officers, or the officers that are not in shape, and then OPD, their officers are the most in shape. Like running, you're better off running on foot from sheriffs than you are running on foot from OPD. OPD is going to hawk you down and get into a hand to hand with them. Like they are fit guys, all of them. Even the girls, they are all fit. Sheriffs, as we see, you might be able to beat a couple of them up. You're gonna catch a charge, and they got more resources, so they're gonna come after you. But in a hand to hand situation, you're better off with sheriffs than you are with OPD. So he just went Wilson 5x5. I think the third or fourth drill in the 5x5. I think it's very interesting that he did that after he saw the guy toss the weapons. Like it's an interesting call from that point forward. Uh, he was not found on criminal charges or anything like that. I think the investigation is still going. I haven't heard anything more about it, but interesting to discharge at that point once you've seen him toss the weapons. You did see him go for the weapons, but I don't know, just very, very interesting choice from that point.
Hey, boss. What are you doing? Come on. What are you doing? Oh, be careful. Alright, hold up. Okay, save one. Whoa. Fuck you doing, bro? Fuck you. 2112.
Like while you have him like this is the time to grab the arm and go for the Kimura lock, or however it's called. I think it's called the Kimura lock. Like this is, you have the prime dominant position. You're on top. Grab that arm, flip it around, brace your other arm, get that leg for leverage, and like you can get him right there all day long. Like once that arm gets behind the back, it's very hard to move, manipulate yourself this way. But the cop was gassed. Like 1 minute, 16 seconds of fighting, like he was gassed. He needed a second to catch his breath, realized that he just saw the gun go flying, and then another gun came out right after that. But you had, the opportunity was there. The opportunity was there to get that Kimura lock. Now he loses the dominant position and is getting walked. Like this is, it's unfortunate for him.
Crossfire.
So there's not much more to that video after that. I do believe both. Obviously, the officer did have any great bodily injury, just some bruises, concussion potentially, and the victim did survive. He is in county as of now, but this just goes to show, like, if you're on duty, you got to know jujitsu skills because you're going to get into a hand to hand. You're going to get into a hand to hand before you're going to pull that gun. And if you get gassed or you just don't know what to do, you're going to lose the position and end up getting hurt because of it. So, yep, that was this one. I'm going to end this live around now because this is the first one to sample. Just figuring out what I'm doing on here, review it, figure out how to make it better on the next one, figure out if I'm going to use the same system or another one. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you've got any last minute questions before I end this one, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. I do appreciate all of you for watching. Um, yeah, I'll give it just a few more minutes before I end the stream. Let's see, just we'll play how this ends and give you a few minutes. Let's talk about the guns. Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, like that one, and Smith & Wesson Revolver. Not the biggest fan of revolvers at all. Looking to Twitch and stream. Yeah, I'll look into Twitch. It really depends on their guidelines because I can review body cam on YouTube, but with like TikTok Live and then Twitch Live, they got harsher guidelines. So, like, I don't think I could pause with a weapon on screen right now like I could on Twitch, but I will still take that recommendation and try to multi-stream to different platforms. A few more people in the chat. If you got any firearms questions, concealed carry laws about carrying a firearm in your state, go ahead, ask them real quick before I get on up out of here. Got to hit that gym session, get swole today. But yeah, Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, that's a great beginner one to get. I got a video dropping about the 6 or 5 to 7 best weapons that you could buy as a beginner. And Smith & Wesson Shield Plus is definitely on that list. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, like I said, we're figuring this out step by step. You know, in 3 months we'll be a lot better at this. There'll be 300 plus people in the chat, and we'll be rocking out. I would like to figure out how to really make this on YouTube on vertical, so you're just scrolling through the YouTube shorts and then this pops up. I might have to just do that on the phone, but I don't know how to do that on the phone and green screen. But maybe I just need to play around with it and see who pops up. What would I buy as my first weapon? I am still a actually now I might buy a shadow system because one, they come decked out with all the benefits that you could want, amazing triggers, slide serrations, they got a bunch of ports on there to reduce recoil. Their grip angle is slightly better than a Glock, so I like that. And the biggest thing that they have that's beating everybody is if you end up in a self-defense situation, you can send Shadow System corporate the police report and they'll send you out a new weapon. That is huge. That is huge. No, I don't think there is a single other manufacturer in the country that's doing that one. So I'd probably say Shadow System first. I'm going to transfer my entire security team to Shadow Systems. I'm going to start carrying them myself over the SIG. Love SIG to death, but my SIG's like $1,500 at this point with every upgrade that I put into it. I'm going to lose that if I end up in a self-defense shooting. Granted, my teammates have been in one and they've gotten their duty weapons back, the same one within record timing, but they had to like hound the police about it and they didn't have a criminal investigation against them. Ideally, it would be the exact same situation for me, but I would go Shadow System. Obviously one of their more compact versions, and then I would probably go um 365 macro with the ports on front. Like having the ports is a cheat code because it allows that shot to be a lot flatter. It allows the slide to go back to zero a lot quicker. So I would go Shadow System, I'd go Sig Macro, and then I would probably go um the Canic Prime. And probably go Canic Prime because that one I just shot it for the first time the other day. Again, it has ports, all the slide serrations on it, like and Canic puts so much goodies inside of your box. Like you're getting the best mags, you're getting a holster. Holster is not the best, but you're getting one. Um, Still getting some of the best equipment. So I would go Shadow System, Sig Macro, and I can't quote the exact shadow system because they got a bunch of like their names are just kind of strange, but look at them. Sig Macro, um, and then Canic Prime. Like the barrel's a little bit longer. It's essentially like a 19x type of deal, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. But the benefit you're getting in that package is I want my carry gun to have ports now. Like having ports, it's a cheat code. It allows you to have a much flatter shot, it allows much flatter recoil, quicker return to zero. It's just the ports are the way the industry is going right now, and rightfully so. They do make a difference. So those would be my choices. If I had to give you a budget friendly one, um, this Shield Plus right here, like it's budget friendly. It's probably no more than like $500, which is if you buy the Shadow system, you're probably going to run like $600 to $700 depending on the one. Same thing with the Canic and the Sig, probably going to be in the $600 to $700 range. Smith & Wesson Shield Plus is probably in the $500 range. But all in all, top one would be Shadow System. That would be my next one. Like I said, you can contact me if you've got more questions or you just want to ask offline. 407-501-8369. It's not in this description. I will put it there in the next live, but watch any video. It's in there. It's in the description. Yeah, reach out to me if you need to. Ask all the questions you need. I don't mind. I allow everybody to. I have for 5 years now. Anybody's able to call me. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. If there are no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, get to the gym. I'll probably be back on tomorrow just to try to keep some consistency in this whole process. So I appreciate all you guys. Stay on mission. I will see you next time.